we'll see all the teams start running to their equipment. Get that race. And here we are. We're off. And away. Samu's a little bit confused. He's running around in circles trying to figure out where he's going. I hope that's not a disconnect or anything.
In terms of leaving the arena, Taru has just got an ever so slightly big head start. They've both avoided those awkward crossings, though. And that is because they've got to go and pick up their containers, of course.
There we are. So I'm just looking up here. Faban has got a tree cut down. Akiki has got a tree cut down. So they are both very close there. Samu was running around in circles. I was actually a little bit worried he disconnected, but I think he just wasn't in too much of a hurry to get to his loader. He was trying to stay out of Akiki's way and let him get in there and start cutting down some trees.
We are level pegging up here, Args, Schiffelmeister and Taru are just about to pick up their containers. It is neck and neck. Well, Schiffelmeister's just... Taru clipped his and has knocked it forward. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. But Schiffelmeister's taken a bit of a lead now.
So Samu is in the high lift down here. He's been very clever. He's used the little pushes on the very front of the loader to get the pile of logs stacked up a little bit neater. So when he's coming to grab it, he has grabbed all 5 logs with absolutely no issues. And he's getting these well out of the way. He's putting them in a position where when the truck gets here, he can load them straight up. Kiki's got the second of their trees down. Faban and Tobias on the other side, they were very quick to get their first tree cut down, but just seem to be struggling to get the second one down here.
Up here, Schiffelmeister is away. He has got his container attached to his low loader, and Taru is still putting theirs onto the container. Now, it's interesting, isn't it, Args? Because it isn't that much of an issue right at the start. If you arrive a little bit later with the container, it's not the end of the world, is it? Because you can make that time up with the speed of loading.
That's right. Now, I'm a little bit concerned. I think Faban has got a bit of an issue with the head here on his processing unit getting a little bit twisted and out of sync with the equipment. So I'm just hoping he can get that sorted out. Might have to jump out of it and back in. All right, we've got a pause there from Farmer Hamish.
Yeah, pause the game. I think there's
we're just looking here
with Taru's container.
Ah, okay. Faban seemed to have an issue here as well with the header on his processing unit getting all out of whack.
Interesting. Let's just see what's happened here. We'll wait for some news from Farmer Hamish, who is, as always, brilliantly all over everything.
He is. He is. It is a, I mean, anyone who's played on a multiplayer server does know that these things can happen. We get little synchronization issues with equipment or things like that which need a reset or a reboot. So we'll just wait and see where we end up here with this. But everyone up here at the logging area has paused and is getting things sorted out. Farmer Hamish has jumped into the processor and is trying to sort out what the issue here is with the header.
And we've got Taru waiting still here in the sawmill.
So I'm not a mechanic or anything like that or an engineer, but something tells me that the way that bracket's positioned isn't how it should be set up.
Just going to jump down.
I'm quite sure how that works.
Oh yeah, that's broken.
Do we have penalties here for the teams for wrecking our equipment, FSG?
Damaging our equipment. Yeah.
I wonder if it's folded. Can it be folded?
Might need to be reset back to the shop, mightn't it?
Possibly.
Ah, we were doing so well sticking to schedule as well.
Tobias is saying he should have stuck with the Volvo, not the Komatsu equipment. Well, we're not going to go and bag on any manufacturers, but it does seem to be a little bit of an issue there with that one. And Farmer Hamish has reset that. So we're just going to be on a little bit of a pause here as that gets brought back up here and we can reset and restart.
Better for it to happen now than right at the end of the game, I guess, when there is enough time for this not to have a huge impact on the result, which is great.
Yeah, correct. With the trucks obviously not being there and being a wee way away, there is a chance to capture up and get all the logs cut down and stacked here, ready to go. So I think Faban and Tobias still have plenty of opportunity to catch up with the other guys there.
That's right. Now, the only challenge here is, again, because we're trying to be multiplayer, multi-platform, there is no quick way of getting that that cutter back up to the field other than Hamish driving it. So we will be
right.
just for a couple of minutes while we sort that out.
That's right.
Peter Clark suggesting a minus 100 points for damaging equipment.
Always been. Just while we're doing this little intermission here, FSG, just going to talk a little bit about our principal sponsor, Thrustmaster.
Absolutely.
They're the T16000M joysticks. I've got two, I know you've got two, and they make operating equipment, particularly in logging and something like an excavator or anything like that with lots of different inputs. They just make it so much easier to do. So worth checking out. There's links in the description of the videos if you want to go and have a look at where you can buy those. And yeah, hopefully we're working on getting some to give away in the future, so keep an eye out for the opportunities there. Not today, but in some of the future rounds, we hope to have some of those, not just as prizes for our competitors, but also for you in chat. So
yeah, we may be doing some spot giveaways, and also to G-Portal as well, Args, for providing the servers as well, and some server credits as well, which we will be able to give away in future rounds as well. So big shout out to Dave and the guys at G-Portal for supporting us there as well.
Yep, 100%. Great to have those guys all on board and with us. So once we get back underway here on this match, once Farmer Hamish has made his way back up here with the equipment, I can just see him driving up here. And look at that. He's an intelligent man. He's put it on the back of a low loader and driven it up here with a truck. So he's done this once or twice already, trying to get everything set up, and knew the quickest way to relocate the equipment there was on the back of a truck. So fair play to him. Well done. But once we've finished up here on this match, we'll be moving into our first solo round.
That's right. That's right. Yes. So like I said, this shouldn't, other than a couple of minutes pause while we reset, I think we're in a pretty good position. We're only 2 minutes and 21 seconds into the game. Both the trucks are on their way down to us, so
okay.
I think we're in a good position to get things started. We'll just, Baban's just going to check and make sure that that cutter is unlocked and is working. It looks to be working as intended now, so I think we're not far away from starting up again.
I hope so. There we go. He almost needs to go and cut a tree down outside the boundary and just make sure it is going to work.
Yep, well, I'm sure we can allow him to do
that. Came outside the arena and just test one of these trees over here.
It's going to be interesting to see if this little stop has thrown anybody off their rhythm, because, you know, with this stuff, sometimes you can just get your head down and get into a bit of a zone, and I wonder if this little interruption may have slowed things slightly. We shall see.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm just looking here again, FSG, and this header is not where it's meant to be. It's flicked itself completely upside down this time. So I don't know whether it's going to be a terminal issue and may require a server reboot and reset, in which case we'd have to restart from 0 on the timer there.
True. How's our other one? I'm just going to go down and have a look at our other header and see an issue with this Komatsu, or for some reason
Tobias has taken this out and outside the arena. He's going to throw it away. I think he's just parked it in the bushes and he said, to heck with it. We don't want it anymore. We'll do it with the chainsaws.
I'm going to go with the chainsaw,
yeah.
Yeah, checking the Kiki's here. It's looking fine, so something strange going on there. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe Farmer Hamish may have gone to purchase a new one and just completely reset the equipment.
Tobias, hashtag team of Volvo. So bear with us a couple of minutes, folks, while we just get this sorted. That's been well and truly abandoned in the bushes.
Yeah, man.
We should leave that there now for future rounds. Just as a reminder of when when logging goes bad.
Indeed, I like that idea. By the time we get to round 6, we might have equipment all over the place.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. So I'm wondering if, obviously, Hamish as the referee for the competition, may have given them a little bit of a dispensation to select a different machine.
I can confirm that he has FSG. We've got a Volvo excavator on the back of the truck down here. And Farmer Hamish is just putting that in position and heading on up. So, well, he doesn't have a nice wide low loader, but I'm sure he'll figure this out and get it up there. But we do have a Volvo processing unit on its way up onto the course.
Very good. Tobias has now said, I'm never using anything except for Volvo ever again. I think he might be slightly rattled by this. I wonder if it'll have an impact on on his game. We shall see. So
I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm sure he'll be fine too.
Now, I know in a past life, Farmer Hamish actually used to drive trucks and low loaders, so we're seeing some inventive and creative loading. I don't know if he would have ever put an excavator across a trailer like this, but what's the saying? If it fits, it ships.
Exactly. Exactly.
So he's got that loaded on, strapped down, and he is heading up the track on the way to the course here with this Volvo excavator.
So Gers has dropped into the chat. I'm new to this logging stream. What is the mission? So Gers, we have a number of different courses. In this instance, we have two 3v3 teams. So there's two trucks being brought down from the sawmill. We have somebody cutting trees and we have somebody loading trees. And it's the team who can load a logging container the fastest and get it shipped back and delivered to the sawmill is the winner. You can get penalties if you don't fill it fully or you use the wrong size logs. So it can lead to some very close games.
Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well. Cut down trees, fill a container, and get it sold. Quickest and best profit wins.
That's right. Now, hopefully, again, when I said before about incremental improvements, one of the things we'd like to do is little preview videos of each of the courses and how they work for future rounds. So stay tuned for that.
Indeed, indeed. So here we come. Hamish is just driving in now with the revised excavator, the new processing unit. So hopefully things are all going to go fine here and we'll be back underway in just a few minutes. Now, Corpnut was just saying he used to load like that all the time. He used to park excavators across the low loader. So there we go. Nothing dodgy at all about what Farmer Hamish has done there.
That's insider knowledge there, right?
It is. All right.
Okay, so Faban is in. He's unfolded the header. It's looking good from here. I think we are good to go.
Moments away from a restart. It'll be interesting to see if he is comfortable using this. It's a different piece of equipment. I wonder if he'd chosen the Komatsu because that's what he liked using.
This is true. Yeah. If you've been practicing that for the last month and you're now in a different machine, that could throw you as well.
Could. All right.
Okay, Faban's just moving into the position he was in before they had issues.
Yep.
I'm just going to jump to the map and we can see the two trucks moving as Hamish gives the green light. So we have got Schiffelmeister sitting there holding up a very long line of traffic.
If he's in front, will that impact the driver behind him?
I don't think so, no. No, I think by the time he moves, they'll clear in time.
Okay.
And Taru is just leaving from the sawmill now, so I'm going to...
And we're back underway. So Samu and Tobias are running down here. Faban has got another tree cut down, so that is a good sign that this unit is working for him. And he is pushing those logs out. Akiki is dragging a tree down out of the area and getting that ready for Samu to go and pick up. So we are back underway here.
There's a nice, neat pile there from Samu already getting prepped for the trucks arriving. And they won't be here. Won't be too long before they both arrive. They're far enough apart that they're not going to be having any issues. I think if you remember in round one, we had trucks arriving at exactly the same time. And these tracks are only wide enough for one vehicle. So very interesting if they arrive at the same time. But I don't think we'll have any issues with that in this round.
That's right. So I think the big difference here in this one, FSG, it's going to come down to the choice of loaders. I think Samu there with the high lift, he's just going to be able to pick up so many more logs and get them put into the back of the truck so much quicker than Tobias. There is advantages with using the grapple in terms of the way it can be twisted around and pushed, but look, I don't think it's going to be... I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion, but I think there is certainly an advantage there. Tobias still struggling up here with getting some trees cut down.
And Schiffelmeister has just arrived. There we go. He's getting lined up and organised. I always think it's interesting which side of the course you end up on. That you have to make your way through the other team if you're in the if you're in the further team. So it can cause issues, but nothing here tonight. Nothing in the way of blockages or anything like that.
That's right. That's right. Now this could be the one advantage that the LoggMeisters have here is they are actually here first, so Tobias can actually start getting some logs put into the container before the picker pallet guys can even start. So it will be interesting to hear to see if they can get enough of a lead to not have too many issues. But I can see the other truck is just driving in there. Taru has just arrived, and look at that stack of logs Samu has just picked up.
Look at that stack of logs from Samu. That is huge, and again, just highlights, I think, the advantage that you can have with that high lift if you get it right.
14 logs. I've just had a count up there. That is a huge amount. But in the background, Tobias has picked up 4 logs with the grapple, so it's not all over. Oh, Taru and Samu are having a little bit of a trouble here. They're out of space and tripping over each other.
Yeah, Taru has got his truck stuck there. There we are. I think they've freed it up. They've got a log stuck under the back of the low loader, and interestingly, their container is moving around quite a lot there. I wonder what's happening with that.
It is. Hopefully it's settled down there.
But this is going to be huge. They have literally 3/4 filled the container with one load. That is absolutely insane.
That is massive. However, Tobias over here, and he showed us in the single player, they are only a log or two away from being full. Their container is fuller than the picker pallet guys.
There we go. I'm just panning around to have a look at that as well. That is insane. The speed that they've loaded these. I mean, the trucks arrived literally a minute ago.
That's right. And Tobias did say Volvo for life. So, and Schiffelmeister's getting into position and manoeuvring that truck to make things as easy as possible here for Tobias. Taru's done the same down there for Samu.
This is an insanely big load as well, though, from Samu. I think they'll fill this. So depending on how quickly Tobias can get those last couple of logs in, they are full.
I'll tell you what, if he can pick up 3 in one go or 2 or 3 in one go, he would just about have this.
They are full. Taru is away. He is away. They are gone. I'm going to follow those guys.
Tell you what.
Args. Let me know how the others are going.
Yeah. Oh, he's just lost a log that probably would have just about filled them up, I think. If I was these guys, I'd be gambling on throwing this log in and running down there and hoping that their values are high enough. And I think, yes, they are closing the doors on the container and they are heading off. So it's not going to be too much between these two.
There
could come down to $1,000 worth of profit difference.
I'm just watching which way they are going to go. So I'm going to pop out at the bottom here. Yep. Taru is making his way towards me now into the town. He's going around the shop area. And he is foot down.
So I can see both
he's
trucks
been hit
right
by
here.
a
He
car.
had a collision!
He's been hit by a car. The traffic has got in the way of things and he has been hit by a car. He is stuck. He is stuck. He's having to do a full loop round here. Oh my goodness, this changes things considerably. I haven't seen Schiffelmeister yet. Has he gone a different way?
He's taken a different route. He is coming out up near the top of the bridge.
Interesting.
He has. He's going to be out in the lead.
I'm going to pan up. This has changed everything.
Oh, this is crazy. He is just coming out. He's jumping the train tracks. He is driving over the train tracks right now and heading along the road. He is ahead. There's literally 500 meters between them.
Oh my goodness, and I'm picking them up just up here past the petrol station. Schiffelmeister is flying. He is absolutely on it here. So again, some Some good thinking, good planning of route there.
That was an impressive route. I was watching him from very high up, and I could see both trucks at once, and he just picked a great route out of there. So this is going to come down to whether one team took a bad log or something like this, because there's not too much between them. But he is taking the very last crossing. He is heading in now. No issues with the train. The barriers are up, and he is going to go through the sell point in just a second. And container is gone. So there we go. Schiffelmeister is up here. They have sold it. Loggingmeisters. Oh, the train's coming. The barriers are just dropping. This could spell more trouble for Taru.
Oh my
He's going to have to stop for the train. Oh. He's going to have to stop for the train.
I would have risked that. I would have risked that. I would have risked that. Oh, that is defeat from the jaws of victory. They had that in the bag. If it wasn't for that car, that would have been a completely different story.
And the train as well. Look at that. He's through and sold. So we will wait there. 9 minutes, 22 seconds overall. The guys are jumping down here because I think they probably thought with all the issues they had that they were out of that. But right there at the end, the car caused problems. Did it pull out of the intersection, FSG?
It literally, at full tilt, drove into the side of Taru. He was not his fault. It completely ran a red light. Absolutely shocking.
Oh. Obviously, caught too much of the Formula 1 qualifying this morning.
I think so.
Max Verstappen. Look at that. That is that's showing the unpredictability of the logging league. You can never give up. Don't ever give up, because you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. And interesting. Look at the times again, Args. Look at the time. That's both teams under 10 minutes.
Sub 10 minutes. Yeah. Yep. Here we were when we were planning everything around how long matches would take and trying to put a run sheet together. We were saying, 15 minutes would be a good run.
Yeah.
Start blitzing that.
RPG says better than NASCAR. There you go.
Yeah, I've had that from Corpnut here in my chat as well. Well, look at that. We have already adjusted our scores, so we're taking that feedback on. We're having a look there. Pick a Pallet still won because they didn't have any penalty for profits. So, after all of that, excitement around being hamstrung by the equipment, by the crash, they actually still came out on top.
That's phenomenal, right? So it just goes to show you even what you see. If you haven't loaded your container properly, you can suffer.
That's right.
So, yeah.
I'd imagine, I wonder, there's a few deadwood trees up in that area, so I wonder if it's the deadwood.
Possibly.
Rather than undersized logs. So something to bear in mind if you're doing this in the future. Be very selective about what trees you take.
Indeed. But congratulations, Pick a Pallet. That was an excellent victory.